Man, I've been looking forward to beating up Cena for so long, but today we look at all of the new details for WWE 2K23. A brand new video has dropped, a whole host of videos have dropped actually, and we get to see what WarGames looks like in the flesh and blood and steel. We get to see Cody Rhodes going up against John Cena, Rob Van Dam. This looks... well, there's no words for it really, is there? It looks insane. Cody Rhodes, his model looks absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you will all agree. But after the infamous WWE 2K20 mishap, the hugely popular WWE 2K2022 arrived last year to course correct the series, revolutionize it, and maybe send it on its way to success. We've played many games in 2K22, and although better than 20, it still wasn't the best that it could be. So hot on the heels and looking to capitalize on its predecessor, the revolution this year is 2K23. But what many people have said from playing it is that it runs a lot smoother. As to be expected, it comes with all the bells, whistles, and power bombs you would expect from a new WWE game. There's a whole new roster featuring the likes of the returning Cody Rhodes and the up-and-coming NXT champion Bron Breakker, also receiving a hugely yearly upgrade as the games always do. But the biggest blockbuster is that is on your screen now, WarGames. It looks insane. The whole atmosphere is here. You can see obviously a magnitude of superstars in the WarGames structure. There's weapons in there. You can climb up there and jump off from the steel rafters. You see superstars there being thrown into what the WWE 2K developers are calling the trench. Obviously it's a 3v3 or a 4v4. But guys, just make sure you put a like down on today's video for WarGames. For the love nor money, we have been waiting for this for so many years. There are also lots of other clever additions, and sometimes maybe it's just the refinement that escapes being broken down. But we have a new pin structure. You can choose to use that new pin structure, or you can continue to use the old one. Sometimes if it ain't broke, it doesn't need fixing, and for me, I didn't mind the old pin structure, but some really, well, they couldn't get to grips with it. But you can see here, Bianca Belair has just entered the WarGames structure, going after Charlotte Flair straight away. But what is it you wanted to see from this game? We knew it was going to be, it was going to have a different roster. It was going to have an updated roster. But I think the lighting, for me, part of that goes a long way. It makes it look at John Cena just toss Cody Rhodes there over the trench and into the next ring. The lighting just brings a whole new element to it. It's evolution. Maybe it didn't need a revolution, but it certainly needed some evolution. But it looks incredible. WarGames is fantastic. Like its real-life counterpart, the WarGames match features an interesting swing in the advantage for either team, with one team being a wrestler short at several intervals. At this point, the team with a handicap has to fend off their rivals, knowing that there is a severe disadvantage for them, biding their time until one of their teammates can enter the action. That teammate, however, can choose to grab a weapon or weapons to not only even the odds, but perhaps flip the advantage the other way. And talking about weapons, another change to this year's edition of the game is that you can now taunt with weapons. Again, it's not revolutionary, but it is evolution in a game that brings so much joy to so many people. Back to the Elimination Chamber, however. Unlike Hell in a Cell or Elimination Chamber, WarGames' 2-ring setup also affords the player more space to work with, preventing the congestion and the clumsiness which we've seen in the aforementioned games. There's also an interesting drama that comes from the bout being settled by one pinfall, which could easily happen whilst you're duking it out in the other ring. This presents an interesting risk/reward conundrum, forcing you to separate from your teammates and potentially miss out on risk and reward. The John Cena showcase mode, the showcase mode last year, was really good, and it was really fantastic at integrating the real life movement into the game. So we would transition seamlessly from real life video footage into the game. This year it is going to be exactly the same, but we follow, I almost said in the footsteps of John Cena, but we follow in the footsteps of his opponent. We get to beat the snot out of John Cena over and over and over again. So when he gets up in your face and says, "You can't see me," you can say, "John, I can damn well see you," and clothesline him straight in the cranium. You can see Rob Van Dam, a returning superstar here in this ECW Classic, which John Cena and Rob Van Dam definitely fought, you know, with all the might that they had. It just is a game that I'm so excited to see. We go back to the pin. Despite what people have said about the gameplay earlier, there is one advertised change that did make a difference to the core mechanics. WWE 2K23 puts to the forefront an optional variety to kicking out of pin attempts, offering the choice for players to flick the right stick in a timed window as opposed to button mashing. The kick-out zone is a sliding bar that decreases in size and moves more unpredictability as the match progresses. Probably when you're more fatigued, it will be a little bit more chaotic. I took the aforementioned option immediately and I didn't really get to grips with it. Again, I prefer using the older model, but lots of people have said that they prefer this new model. I guess it's just different courses for different people, isn't it? Dual title entrances are back in the game there. We saw Roman carrying both the Universal and the World Heavyweight Champion, the WWE Championship there as well, the World Heavyweight Champion. I wish that was back in WWE, but look at it, it's so seamless. We've got the new arena, we've got the new Raw arena, and you can see the video ad boards on the Raw arena as well, looking fantastic. The Royal Rumble looks better than ever as well. Again, we haven't had it announced how many superstars we can have in a ring. From the bottom bar, it looks like we're still going to be able to get the 8 that we had in the game last year. Bron Breakker looks amazing. His skin tone, his texture. We got a new Becky Lynch who looks brilliant. She actually looks really good there, doesn't she? So Becky Lynch coming to this game, brand new attire. The Royal Rumble, we've just seen it in real life. It's my favourite game mode, and it will be my first pay-per-view in the WWE 2K23 interactive series that will be here on the channel. Look at all the new superstar attires there. It's always great to get their updated versions. But if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you punch that subscribe button, leave a like, and of course ring the notification bell so you never miss out on any upcoming videos. But I'm just going to leave you with one last glimpse of WarGames. It looks fantastic. If you love WarGames, drop a like on today's video. We're aiming for 2,000 subscribers. Help me.